Frames and flops, yeah, your boy is back in action. I got another episode ready for y'all. I'm excited about this one because I had a lot of fun playing this game, and I thought I wouldn't actually enjoy it. Today we're talking about Ace Combat 7, something, something, something. Skies Unknown, yeah, that's what it is. Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown. I got this. I got the deluxe edition. Of course, you know me, CD keys pimping, $20. So if y'all got Xbox, PC, hop on them CD keys, get the game, check it out. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I highly recommend it. But the reason why I decided to play Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown is because the hype of Top Gun. So I recently just watched the first Top Gun for the first time, maybe 2 weeks ago. And of course I watched it to prepare myself for the newest Top Gun Maverick. I still ain't going to the movie theater. I'm gonna just wait till it's on HBO because COVID's still out here popping. So I ain't too keen on sitting in theaters right now. But I watched the first Top Gun, and I just got an itch to be a fighter pilot. And this game looked like it could scratch that itch for me. Mind you, this game came out in 2019, so it's old, but it still is smooth. It's good. So just a little bit of the technical specs. Y'all already know the specs of my PC by now. I got a good rig, but I thought this would be pretty taxing on my system. But honestly, hell, my system ran that thing like a champ. Set it on the highest settings and got doggone 250 frames per second. My GPU was maxed out at 99%. CPU hit maybe 26-30%. RAM was only 6%, or 6 megabytes, I'm sorry, or gigs. It wasn't too taxing, but it definitely looked good. It looked like my rig was putting in the work. So just a quick background of what the game is about. There's a story. It's an arcadey game. It's not a flight simulator, so it's not too technical. So it's they want to make sure that you're having fun. It's a silly story based on a fictional continent and countries. Fake media. They got, instead of CNN, they got ENN. One of the countries is Oceania or Ocean. Something like that. Eurasia. It's just silly. It's real silly. Somehow, some way, they started going to war, and here you are as a pilot, and you in the mix, and you doing what you do. Honestly, I don't even know what side I'm on. Just to be frank, the story ain't that ain't what you playing this game for. Put it like that. But it's presented well, and it's cheesy enough to where it's not dumb. It's not important, if that makes sense. You in the middle of the war, and then you just get thrown into different missions and different scenarios. And that leads me into the presentation. The presentation is dope. I mean, you get a briefing, and this is what really, I don't say kills it for me, but it really made me change how I play a game, because typically when I play a game, it's usually a shooter, and then I'll have a podcast or YouTube or some music playing. So I'll have the game pretty much on mute, and so I can consume my other media, killing two birds with one stone type of thing. You really can't do that with this one. You really have to listen to the briefing so you actually know the best type of plane to pick, the type of weapons you need to pick, the conditions you're going to be in, the objective. So aside from the little cutscenes in the story, that I really lock in when it's time for the briefing. And it's pretty cool. They'll have your little holographic type of map, and you'll see yourself and your squad mates and the enemy and the targets, and you can kind of click through and see all the hubbub. And then once you get through the briefing, you get to pick your plane. since I bought the golly, y'all know I can't talk. I bought the deluxe edition, and I automatically got a few pretty much top notch jets, some like 2 or 3 futuristic type jets, and a couple of regular jets, and I've pretty much been rocking with the futuristic stuff because they fast, they got the best weapons, the stability and all that good stuff, hitting them high G turns. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. And then you can put on some mods, and once you're ready, you're sortie. I learned that sortie, your mission good to go. Then after that, you take off and you are in the mission, or you may have to refuel, and that's pretty cool. They have it set up to where you really have to ease in behind the big I think C-17, whatever it is, a fuel jet, and dock in. So that's pretty cool. It's a lot of little things that really make it immersive, and I like that. I felt like I was, a fighter pilot for a little while. But as far as the different types of missions and environments, I was in a storm, getting hit with lightning and messing up my display. Real dog fights. Some other people got some futuristic jets, and you trying to keep up with them. Hell, if you get motion sickness, you might get motion sickness messing with this game, because you're constantly trying to either avoid missiles or trying to chase down your targets, or just the riffraff all around you. Where else I've been in the desert, blowing up fuel depots and fuel trucks, and there was a big sandstorm that came in, so you having to try to fly through a sandstorm. You can't see nothing, and then finally lock on to a truck that's driving. So pretty intense. Then I think another cool mission I had was it was like the Arctic or something, and icy waters, and they got some stations and battleships all around. So pretty much had to blow up the battle stations and blow up the ships and all that good stuff. Where else did I go? Just some wide open areas with a lot of drones. Because a lot of times you're not necessarily killing other pilots, you're killing drones a lot of times too. So, because it's somewhat futuristic, unmanned aircraft. Just different little environments and areas, and it's cool. And you get the particle effects when you're flying through the clouds, and if you too much into the clouds, too high up, they'll say you're getting a frost warning, your wings are freezing up. So it's pretty cool, man. Definitely like the presentation. The gameplay is not difficult. You got 2 different main weapons that you pick. You got your homing rockets, and then your other big special weapon, whether it's you're dropping a payload, or it's a missile that splits into 4 or 6, or a laser in some cases, or UAVs that attack. And let me see what else. You just got a minigun, a machine gun that you just shoot. It's not too useful, honestly. And then pretty much you just accelerate, brake, hit them, hit them turns, feel them G's, baby. So it's not difficult. And then you got flares, you can pop your flares maybe 2-3 times depending on what plane you got. And that's it. It's not complicated. It's not one of them things where it's really like Flight Simulator, where you really having to think about the pitch and all that stuff. You just move your stick around and shoot stuff down, or blow stuff up that's on the ground. What else is cool about this game, man? I don't know. It's just you just get into it, and I think maybe because I had to listen to the briefing and understand it, and just the way it's simple, but it's still challenging. It's just a fun game. Like I said, I thought I wasn't gonna play it for maybe 3 hours, but hell, before I knew it, on Sunday I was 5 hours in, and then Monday I played another 2-3 hours. So I'm, I done put some time in this thing, and it's I wanna play some more. Actually, I ain't been playing Destiny. I don't. That's another story. I don't. Ugh. Anywho, but yeah, Ace Combat, on my rating scale of fire Reggie or some mid, Ace Combat is some fire, man. Real rap, real spit. That's on Guwap. It's worth the time, especially if you like the Top Gun movies, or you love the military, or you just want to do something different. It's worth it to me. Hell, gas prices high as hell now anyway, so you got another reason to just sit still at home and play something and have some fun. So I highly recommend Ace Combat 7. Get it if you can. You have fun. If not, I won't refund you, but you tried something different. You have a story to tell. Oh, Lordy. So, yeah, that was a quick review. I mean, there's not much to it, honestly. It's no, like I said, it's no in-depth story. It's just a fun game to play. So, on with business as usual. How about some tech news? A lot of tech news since our last episode. Snapple. No, Snapple ain't done nothing. Snapchat. Snapchat has a special drone that links to your profile, and you throw it up in the air, it'll float, and then it'll take pictures of you, with that drone angle, and it'll automatically upload it to your account, your story. Now, I haven't been on Snapchat in shit. I think last time I've been on Snapchat was probably 2018, when me and my wife was still dating, bruh. I ain't been on Snapchat in so long, but I saw it on my feed and I thought that was pretty cool. But I honestly don't even hear about Snapchat no more. I don't know why people would want it, but it's cool. It's cool and it's in tech. Internet Explorer, the OG, the big E with the swoosh, is dead. It's no longer being supported. So if you actually, for some reason, when it's still using Internet Explorer, you need to get something like Chrome or Bing or Firefox. I don't know. I rock with Chrome. That's, something interesting in the tech world. Apple had their event. A lot of cool things came out of that. I typically don't watch those because I stick with what I got. And I rock with it until the wheels fall off, until it's just so old that it don't get supported no more. But my wife, on the other hand, she all about it. Now, I'm not trying to say that I'm Apple down. I got the phone, I got the watch, I got the iPad, I got the AirPods. So I rock with Apple, but I'm like I said, I'm just I'm a basic bitch, I guess, in terms of Apple fans and all that you want and need. The old lady, she all ready to spend some money and buy some more stuff that she I ain't gonna use, cough cough. But hey, what floats her boat. But it was some cool things. For example, I saw that their new iOS 16 is coming out with a lot of new features. You can take your phone and clamp it onto one of their laptops, and it'll automatically, like, you ain't got to turn the phone on. Well, the phone will be on, but you ain't got to, unlock it and put it on camera mode. It'll just automatically sense that you want to use the camera if you presenting, or in FaceTime or Zoom, whatever the case may be. If you are doing something, it'll just, instead of using the laptop camera, it'll take the phone camera, since of course your phone camera is better, and it'll position it in a way to where it'll follow you, it'll track you, and then I think you can select the mode to where it'll show your face and your hands. So I know the YouTubers and the tutorial people are gonna love that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty slick. The one thing that really caught my eye was the cars, the integration into the cars. Of course, you got the car play that's already been around, but hell, they showed a dash, like your speedometer and RPMs and all that stuff was all through Apple. And they said they're going to announce the cars that actually have that full integration later on this year. But that look futuristic, man. I had liked that. I ain't, of course, I got a 2013 Chevy pickup truck, so I ain't getting that no time soon. But I thought it was cool. Of course, a lot of other features with iOS 16, your home screen can be modified a little bit more. They kind of catching up with Google low key with the things you can do with your phone as far as customization. But people have their preferences. And the last thing I want to touch on in tech, I don't know how many of y'all know about the HoloLens or the Google Glass. I didn't know nothing about it, but I had a meeting today at work. We're trying to connect on a site level because my company is global, but we really work in silos internally and as far as sites. We don't collaborate a lot. So, they're trying to build those bridges and make sure that we're all kind of working towards the same goal as far as the technology that we start to use in our manufacturing processes. And one thing, well, the topic for this week was as far as standard, SOPs and procedures. I work in pharmaceutical manufacturing, so it's a lot more stringent than what I'm used to. And it's a challenge sometimes because for some, we got a high turnover rate and people come and go, and you really got to be specific and thorough with these procedures when you're setting up this equipment that's making drugs for people to ingest. And this, the training a lot of times is just paper. They tell you to sit down, read the SOP, no pictures, and then it's essentially throw you to the wolves. But they got at one site, they got I forget which one it was. It was either the HoloLens or the Google Glass, or if it's the same thing, I don't know. I missed that part because I was just blown away because it was like some damn Iron Man, Spider-Man, but he had the glasses on, but was going through and doing a lockout, and the doggone video was showing it was interactive, but he had to use his hands. It was just he looked. It's like, oh, flip this switch, and then he's looking, and then he does it, and then it's just like it's telling you all the steps that you got to do through the glasses, and it was hands free. And that, boy, technology done come a long way, man. I'm just it's so weird. I'm into tech, but so much stuff is still mind blowing to me, or I'm just oblivious to what's going on. But man, that's going to be a big help for us, especially for me. I'm a reliability engineer, and a lot of times it's not the equipment that's failing, causing downtime. It's the people. But for some reason, companies don't like to say that because, you hold people accountable. You lose people. You got a high turnover rate, yada, 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 yada. But if we can get people doing the same thing the best way all the time, that's going to be a big, big help for me specifically. Less stress because people ain't setting stuff up wrong, causing it to break, and then they're asking me why ain't the equipment reliable, and I just can't say you got dumbass people. And that's not even right to say because they just, again, back to the training. But let me get my soapbox. Anywho, memory of the week. I'm doing bad because I didn't have one for y'all last time, and I feel like I don't got one again this time, and nothing's not coming to me off the top of my head right now. So, yeah, ain't gonna be another memory of the week. Hey, y'all, how about y'all start giving me some suggestions? Hell, y'all listen, hit me up. Something that hits y'all. That's a memory that I can reflect on, maybe. So, yeah, hit me up. That's my memory of the week. Give me some of y'all memories that y'all are fond of when it comes to gaming or tech. So, anywho, that's been another episode of Frames and Flops. I appreciate y'all listening. Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown. It's some fire. It's not no mid. It's definitely not no Reggie. Check it out if you can. Check out the Apple press conference. And till the next time, tell a friend and tell a friend. We out.
Thank you all for tuning in to Frames and Flops. Bye-bye.